Okay, everybody, so welcome back. This is Ian from A Tiny Product Lab and Trippy Therapy, along with some other platforms like Mindful Marketplace. Our mission is to really empower lots of tiny authors, artists, and entrepreneurs to make a big impact in 2026 through tiny products. So, we're going to cover really quickly a simple strategy that I use every day. You're going to see a live example of this notion in process as I record this video, but we're going to create a tiny product in a few simple steps, and let's get to it. So step number one, this is just one variation of this particular process, but you're going to go to answerthepublic.com. The reason you're going to do that is they provide real answers to real questions that real people are asking about keyword phrases, niches, markets, verticals, industries, local communities, etc. All you're going to do is enter a keyword phrase that features a topic relevant to your own area of experience or expertise, or by extension, the niche, market, vertical, or industry that you're interested in building your brand within. All right, step number two, you're going to generate a real list of real questions that real people are asking, and you kind of want to have a bent around it like this, so there's like a problem solution sort of bridge that's built into the question, like a how do I do X, or how do I lose weight, how do I start meditating, how do I get in shape, that sort of thing. You pick the keywords. How do I deal with anxiety? All those sorts of questions will yield a set of lateral and deeper questions that people are asking that you can verbatim put into a presentation much like this one, right? And we're going to cover some simple steps that you can utilize that will actually make your sort of idea more unique rather than just doing something like I'm doing right here. Excuse me. You want to pick a list of, let's say, 7 or 11 or 21. The number matters not. You want to pick a number that has some sort of, cachet or gravitas or interest or curiosity. 7 things you're dying to know about X but didn't know who to ask, sort of thing, works really well. And you want to do this in a area that you have real genuine expertise and experience, so that you can extemporaneously answer these questions much the way I'm doing right now, without really a lot of prep time. Like, I did no prep time for this little presentation other than creating the presentation itself, which took me a few minutes. But the actual content, the material itself, is so hardwired into my own kind of informational DNA or whatever, that I have no need to actually research anything. Or, I mean, I do this, so there's muscle memory involved, and there's an authentic expression of my own experience that comes out in these videos and in these audios that make it much more it's effortless. I don't have to plan at all. Like, I know what I'm talking about, therefore I don't need to do a deep dive into market research to know how to create a tiny product. So answer the questions is step 4. You can record things via a phone app like Voice Notes, which is actually owned by the Buy Me a Coffee folks. I love Voice Notes, but there's stuff like AudioPen, which is also great. I used to pay for AudioPen for I think a year or two, and this year I haven't, but it's still great. Wave is a new sort of, entry in that sort of voice note space, right? And again, Voice Notes here being a brand distinct from Voice Notes as a general overarching umbrella topic. Noted is great as well. Noted is another app. They have a fantastic recording sort of instrument, but in addition to that, they will convert your recordings into a PDF, which makes the process of having a second product to offer in addition to your audio product, sort of built into the bones of their product. Step number 5, create a digital storefront using any popular software as a service like Gumroad, Payhip, Buy Me a Coffee, Podia. We use Pathright. There's Lemon Squeezy, which I think kind of sucks these days. I don't really use Lemon Squeezy so much, but I see a lot of complaints about them from folks who do. And since they were purchased by Stripe, I think the sort of support system has kind of caved in a bit. It appears to me on Lemon Squeezy, although I don't say that from any personal experience because I don't really have much interaction with their team, but I know folks who do who've been very disappointed. So I'd recommend, the PayHips, the Buy Me a Coffees, the Podias, Gumroads. There's things like Teachable. There's Polar now, which is a new platform, which I haven't really used other than as a customer. But check out all of those sorts of platforms. They're largely free or very low cost. There's something called WHOP now, WHOP. Have not used them other than I bought some things from other folks who use them, but you can check that out as well. Step number 6, upload the audio and extend it with whatever tools, tech, software you have available to you, right? One of the best ways of doing that is to like, you have a PDF from something like a Noted, as I mentioned a moment ago, that will actually allow you to deliver a written doc in addition to the audio doc, right? Something like this here, which you're watching me do in real time. I'm using another tool that we have available to us. It's a little expensive, but it's a presentational style micro learning tool that these cards are generated by dint of the software. So that's great. Notion is fantastic for adding a workbook to your audio product. You can record your screen like I'm doing here, and this is a really great little known tiny product hack that I think everyone ought to try, and that is sign up for a free trial with Transistor.fm. Why I cough on these things, I have no idea. But sign up for a free trial with Transistor.fm. They have but you have to select the middle option, the $49 option, because, and again, you're not going to be charged for 2 weeks, so you can use it, try it, and then if you don't think this is really valuable, you don't have to pay for it. But in that 2-week period, they will give you access to private podcasts, which are fantastic ways of delivering high value audio style courses like this, but to people's podcatchers of choice. So it has a very high end finish. So you're actually selling a podcast or an audio listen on the go exclusive series, something like that you can actually do, by the way, on a Gumroad, a Lemon Squeezy, a Podia, Buy Me a Coffee, Pay It. You can just send the purchasers to the link for the private audio. But the real important part of that is Transistor will send your audios, they'll push your audios to YouTube, making it very easy to build YouTube traffic. Like you can see my YouTube channel. We have a couple of them. One is just mine, a couple I have with partners. But they are, it just gives me free traffic because Transistor turns the audio and integrates with YouTube. So you have this, you just put a cover image and all of a sudden you have a video on YouTube with the audio that you sent to Transistor that is just, it's effortless, and you're getting this automation engine sending you however many free visitors to your product, your course, your content, your community, your store, etc., right? Your email opt-in. Very, very easy, and it doesn't cost anything unless you actually choose to pay for Transistor. I recommend paying for Transistor. I don't want to recommend people just use this as a workaround to paying for them. But if you need a few weeks to try it out, this is a great way of getting a really high-end finish to your digital product that most folks, just won't do. All right, don't overthink it. Just pick your own path. If what I'm telling you here doesn't resonate, but you still want to create tiny products, figure it out, right? Do something on your own that does. Don't overthink it. That's the most important thing. So many people perpetually procrastinate. They spin their wheels. They overthink. They ruminate and perseverate and spend way too much time trying to actually, perfect this choreographed product launch rather than just do the fucking thing and get it out in the world. And then you see if it works, it doesn't. You can iterate, optimize, tweak, critique, and sort of, you make mistakes, get your face muddy, get up and go again. Most people that I encounter in the world who are fashion themselves as creators spend way too much time actually trying to perfect or choreograph or learn every last little nuance or thing about creating a product or selling a product or building a course or whatever it may be. And what that does is it front loads all these unreasonable expectations and some confusion about what it actually takes to create tiny products that make a big difference in your life and hopefully in the world, because that's really what motivates me. Okie doke. And again, we've created tons and tons. I mean, I have in this card 50 tiny courses, products, visuals. It's much more than that, but it's in the hundreds, in terms of the tiny products just like this that I've created using the exact same sequence of steps I just outlined. And oh, by the way, this is a tiny product now, right? So I've already recorded several things. It's the that are tiny products today for my own, business interests, for my stuff for me, stuff for my partners. We have trippytherapy.com is a new community that I recorded some things for today. You can see that trippytherapy.com if you like, but it's not even 1 o'clock yet on January 12th, and I've already got several of these products completed. Are they fantastic, like world changing products? No, but some people are going to watch this on YouTube and certainly see this in our community, and in the fullness of time, it's going to inspire somebody I know to actually get off their rear end and start creating tiny products that change the world in some significant way, even if it's only your own world as an author, as an artist, or an entrepreneur. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. As always, I appreciate you listening. And if you have questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.